what we'll do is we'll drive out through the high speed, be reasonably high speed to try and get the tyres working.
Yeah.
Down the straight, that's when you want to start doing some high speed weaving. That just gets the car moving a bit more, gets the tyres loading up. Burnouts, you're bringing the car pretty slow, so 25 kph, so that's
stationary almost.
It'll feel stationary. You're in first gear, and what you want to do is press this red button, then apply full throttle for, usually it's like 1 second.
When I do the practice start or the practice launch, I've got to learn, you've got to learn, or I've got to learn.
We've got a target, there's a bit of a range, like a target of where you'll get to. But we'll practice that in the garage.
So that's like lights go out, you do that.
Yeah.
A second later, you do that.
Exactly.
And floor it.
Gently feed throttling. Not quite floor it, but it's not far off. Okay, Martin, we can go into our formation lap driving, so pushing the high speed to build tyre temperature.
Right, push high speed, build tyre temperature. This looks like turn 2, a good corner for that.
And we can do brake warm up into turn 11.
Here we go. Bang, hit the brakes.
And high speed, Martin, for tyre warm up. Let's get some weaving towards the end of the straight, and then a big stop into turn 12 for the brakes.
You just got to hope that whoever's leading the pack, whoever's on pole, is playing the game of what you need to get your car ready. There's so much going on this lap.
And temperatures are coming up nicely, so last chance to do some brake warm up into turn 19.
Hit the brakes hard in 19.
Out of turn 20, we'll go to 25 kph, first gear, 3 burnouts with the red button pressed.
There's 1. There's 2. There's 3.
And then stop in the grid box on the right-hand side in position 1. We'll go to neutral, select first gear with clutch in, and then when we cut, the start sequence will begin.
We're looking for this yellow line here, outside of my front tyre. Can't see it at all. Car's rolling, the track is not absolutely flat. Didn't do that properly. Let the clutch out too quickly. But meanwhile, let's just try and get around this first corner.
So I did a formation lap. It went okay, actually, but of course I'm on the track by myself. I haven't got to think about not running into that driver or keeping 10 car lengths.
A bit more relaxed.
It was a lot more relaxed, I suspect.
It's quite, actually, I mean, if you had our heart monitors on, it's really the most stressful part. It's the whole formation lap, getting the tyres in, the brakes in, not running into anyone, trying to create a bit of a gap that you can push into, but not too big that you get a penalty. But it's also the best time. Like when you're then coming up here on the grids, you're doing your burnouts, you're stopping your marks. Obviously, if you're a bit further up the grid, you're kind of sitting there for, you know, a good 30, 40, 50 seconds sometimes, which is a long time to almost get like very excited, but also a bit of time to kind of settle in, think about turn 1, your start, and then it's all about doing your procedures, reacting to the lights, which I think you did a pretty good job at.
Well, I couldn't see the grid box, so I just parked.
You know, you're the only guy on the grid, so you took pole position there. Grid penalty, doesn't matter, you
won. A little bit left, yeah, exactly. But of course, you're dependent on then who's on pole position and just how fast they want to go on that lap.
Yes, so that's the advantage you have of being in the lead, is you can control it, but the thing is when you're second and third, you're also playing the game of how much can you back it up, make them wait. You know, everyone's trying to make advantage of whatever position you're in on the grid. Everyone's always trying to play a game, play a trick. You know, when you're thinking about the wheel, when you're thinking about other people, you're thinking about the driving, it's a lot of stuff going on. And when you maybe get to give this experience to the viewers, it's understanding all these extra things that go on behind the scenes that make it a lot more difficult than it looks.